I love going down to the local chicken shop. They've got a rotisserie and they charcoal roast their chickens. They are delicious. But you can make something just as good, if not better, at home.
Ooh.
Now, this is my go-to takeaway meal that I'm going to show you how I put together. And it's going to be delicious. Now, in my pan here, I have some onion and some garlic that's been simmering away in just a tiny little bit of butter. And you've got a bowl there of fresh breadcrumbs. And the fresh breadcrumbs are really, really nice. You just grab a stale loaf of bread, pop it in the Magimix, whiz it together, and you've got fresh breadcrumbs.
So I have a question for a chef. Does it have to be stale bread?
No, it doesn't have to be stale bread, but if it is dry, a little bit dry, it will actually blend up really well.
Okay.
If it's fresh bread on the day, it sort of clumps up.
But you can do it.
You can do it.
Okay.
Just let it go for a couple of days. Now start mixing it around. Now to that, I'm going to add some freshly chopped parsley. Gives it lots of flavour and gives it that green colour as well, which is what we're looking for. So in goes the parsley.
Beautiful.
And while you're mixing that around, if you want to put some salt and pepper in there as well, you can. Now, fresh thyme is also delicious. Go out to the garden, grab some fresh thyme and pop it in. The way I chop it is I chop the green tender stems and the woody bits I chop really fine or leave them aside. Now, I've got a knob of butter in there and I'm going to sprinkle some of the thyme on there and I'll show you what that is for later on.
Okay.
But the rest of this thyme goes into the mixture there. Crack an egg, in it goes. You knew it was going to go in there,
I
didn't you?
did. I did.
Rosemary is one of my favourite things. I've got it growing all around my house.
So do I, Richo.
So in goes the rosemary as well. And you just keep mixing that around. You're doing well with that, aren't you? Now, I'm going to cook everything in the Ingenio pan here because I can cook the whole lot at once because while the chicken's cooking, I want to soak up all those juices because that's the most important part and that's what makes it taste good. So I've taken the top off this garlic clove and pop it into the centre there. You're liking this, aren't you?
I do. Is this going to slowly cook down?
Oh, you have to wait and see.
He won't tell me. It's an adventure.
We're going on this venture together and if I give away all the secrets at the start, you'll have nothing. No, you won't get as excited. Now, some big chunks of potato. I've left the skin on and some big chunky bits of onion as well. What I'm going to do is pop these into the pan here like this so that while the chicken is cooking, we'll pick up all the juices. And you're thinking, Richo, how are we going to do this? Hold on, I'll be showing you how to do it. Okay, so you've got the stuffing all mixed up there and I'll just grab this chicken. And what we're going to do is grab that stuffing with the spoon I've got over here. I'll pop that over here. And I use a big metal spoon like that and pop it straight into, we call it the vent or the cavity. Now, that is wasted space. That's why we like to pop as much stuffing in here as possible.
I put lemons inside.
Lemons are lovely as well. Okay, now we need to truss the chickens. I love lemon. That's my favourite thing. We could zest some lemon in the stuffing. That would be good as well. All right, now we've got the chicken, and this is my little way of tidying it all up. I put the little wing tip down the bottom there like that, and this one down under here because we want it to look nice and pretty. And I've always got some string handy. Put the string over the top of the wings there. I put a little knot into it and then let it tie up down the back there. This is called trussing a chicken. The reason we do this is to hold it in place so it looks nice and pretty and closes up that vent there. And then pop the little legs there together like that and then you just tie them up like that. A pretty little bow like that and you're ready to go. Now, the other thing I like to do is I like to put some butter in the skin here and you'll see that butter there. If you can get some pepper and salt and put it straight on top of the butter there. You're wondering what's going on here, aren't you? All right, pepper on there as well. And then what we do is we take a sharp knife, cut that in half. So we've got the butter and the thyme on there. And we put this whole thing underneath here.
I saw the butter with the onion and the garlic. And I'm seeing the butter here. I'm thinking it's a lot of butter, Richo. Cholesterol, triglycerides. So you could do olive oil. I do olive oil here and I would have done olive oil.
What Preeya is trying to say is that the butter makes it really flavoursome and delicious and makes it a really important part of the meal. Now, you can see I've got my Ingenio here and I pop this little wire rack over the top of it. You can see it's designed to fit in there. And I pop the chicken straight over the top here. Now, if you can grab some of that extra virgin olive oil, I want you to pour it all over the top. Use it like you stole it. That's it. Let it go. Chuck it on there.
I love this. You're going to get the juices I didn't understand before dripping onto the veggies and it's going to flavour it.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Now, this is going to go in the oven, preheated at 200 degrees Celsius. It'll take about 45 minutes to cook. I'll know the chicken's cooked because it'll be nice and golden on the outside and the onion and the garlic will just be full of flavour. Preeya, have a look at this.
Beautiful. Look at those veggies and the juices, Richard.
Oh, the juices. That's the most important part. Take the rack off like that I've got the potatoes there and they've soaked up all the juices from the chicken and all the butter's in the bottom of the pan here. This is my favourite thing. I mean, if I go for a roast chicken, there could be no better. But you know what? Takeaway is fantastic, but when you're able to make it at home, I think it's the best thing.
I agree.
And that butter over the top of it makes it even more delicious, isn't it? Gives it a lovely shine, and I'll pop this little piece of garlic over there. Now, if you can throw the herbs straight into here.
All of them.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Like this little bit of green on the side.
You liking that?
I do.
And then I take some more of this chicken butter and put it in here and make it...
See, I would have stopped there, but you've done the Richo. Good.
But you're not me.
No, I know. It'd be a bit boring if we were the same, Richo.
Oh, imagine that. Some peas over the top and let them
Beautiful.
fall all the way around the side there.
Nice.
You can imagine putting this on the dinner table and everyone getting really excited. And I can tell you're excited. Look, you've got the knife and
I'm
fork
ready.
ready to go.
Guess where she's heading, though? I'm going straight for a little potato here.
Oh, you love the little potato,
I
don't
do.
you?
Well, you've really talked about them. You've talked them up.
That should be the best part. All the flavour and the juice and the chicken in there.
It is beautiful. There is a lot of butter. It's very rich. I would probably reduce that and use olive oil instead, but I actually really love this. I do.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
Good.
I love it too. It's a crack of a dish. I might have a little taste of the peas here. Oh, look at that. Lovely beans.
Perfect.
That is great.